Good morning, everyone. When I put my name down to do this reading a couple of weeks ago, I didn't know that Stefan was going to be taking the service, and I knew that he would want to be doing a reading, a gospel reading, and my intention had been to read you a bit about a story about the most remarkable man and how he lived his life faithful to Matthew chapter 25, where Jesus shows us what faithful discipleship looks like in practice. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to just paraphrase that message and tell you the story of prisoner 16607. And before he was given that number, his parents would have known him as Raymond. And when he became a Franciscan friar, he took the name Maximilian. And on the 14th of August, 2 days from now, my church celebrates him as a saint, Saint Maximilian Kolbe. Maximilian was born in Poland in 1894, and as I said, he became a Franciscan priest, but he was known for his energy and his courage and his commitment to those who were vulnerable and oppressed. In modern language, he was a real get up and goer. He got things done. When Germany invaded Poland in 1939, he and the other friars opened our monastery to refugees and to, including many Jewish people who were fleeing the Nazi persecution. In 1941, Maximilian was arrested and sent to Auschwitz, and there his name was replaced by the number 16670. But even in the camp, he continued to act as a priest. He prayed with the prisoners, he comforted them, he tried to give them some hope and some dignity in a place that was designed to utterly destroy that. One day a prisoner escaped from the camp, and in the casually cruel way that these camps were run, as punishment 10 men were randomly selected to die by starvation. And one of them was a man called Franciszek Gajanowicz. And he cried out in anguish for his wife and children. And Maximilian stepped forward and asked could he take his place. And remarkably, his offer was accepted. So he was taken with the other prisoners to the starvation bunker number 11. And after nearly 2 weeks without food, water, Maximilian was still alive. And on the 14th of August 1941, 2 days from today, the anniversary, he was killed by a lethal injection of carbolic acid. In Matthew 25, Jesus tells us, when we feed the hungry or we welcome strangers, care for the sick or visit those who are in prison, we are meeting Christ himself. Maximilian Kolbe did all of those things. He welcomed the persecuted, he comforted the suffering, and he stood beside those who had been imprisoned. But in the end, he went even further. Jesus also said, no one has a greater love than to lay down his life for one of his friends. For Maximilian Kolbe, the cost of discipleship was everything. He gave his life so that another man might live. Very few of us, and I hope none of us, will be ever put in a position where we have to pay such a price. But discipleship still costs something. It costs us our time and our effort, and if we're Christian at all, it means putting someone else before ourselves, and it asks us to notice those who might be it asks us to notice those people that might otherwise be overlooked. So here is my personal challenge to you and to myself. Who do you personally know that might be hungering or thirsting for something that you might be able to give them? Who do you know who is hungry for friendship, encouragement, or kindness? Who is thirsting to hear a kind word, an apology, or simply, I have not forgotten you? Who do you know that maybe feels like a stranger and needs to be welcomed? Who is sick in body or troubled in mind and would be helped by a visit, a telephone call, or a little bit of your time? Who do you know who is imprisoned in their own home by illness disability, anxiety, and who do you know that might be prisoner to their own addictions, whatever that addiction might be? Who is carrying a burden that you might be able to make a little lighter? And when I say you, I'm also meaning I include myself in that. We may never be asked to surrender our lives in one great act of sacrifice as Maximilian did, but every day we are asked to give a little of our time and comfort for the sake of others. This is the cross that most of us as Christians are called to carry, simply noticing the people before us and responding to them with passion. Thank you. Oh, as an interesting aside, Francis survived a prison camp and his wife. His children did not.